Good morning, dear students. I welcome all of you in my class. Let's start our today's topic. Our today's topic is I am going to start a new unit number 5, arithmetic progression, which can be written in the short form A.P. Let's start with the introduction part. Introduction. In this chapter we shall study the pattern of numbers. In the junior classes you already go through the patterns of number 2, 4, 6, table of 3, table of 7, square of any numbers. The pattern of numbers where a number or a quantity increases or decreases by a fixed amount. Pattern of numbers where a quantity or a number increases or decreases by a fixed amount. For example, suppose the cost of 1 pen is 10 rupees. Automatically the cost of 2 pens 20 rupees, third pens 30 rupees, 4 pens 40 rupees. It goes on increasing as the number of pens are increased. If I want to purchase 5 pen, so I have to pay 50 rupees. We observe that the cost of pen increases by 10 rupees. 10, 20, 30, 40. Each cost increases by 10 rupees. In each case, as the number of pen increases, it is directly proportion. 1 pen 10 rupees, 2 pens 20 rupees, 3 pens 30 rupees, 4 pens cost 40 rupees. Similarly, the simple interest on a certain investment increases by a fixed amount. You already know the formula for a simple interest: P into R into T by 100. P for principal, R for rate and T for time. If I calculate for 1 year, I put time is equal to 1. If I calculate for 2 years, I put time 2. Principal and rate will remain same. Now, in the third example, the age of a person increases every year by 12 months. The number of days in a month or a year increases by 7 days after every week, and so on. This also follows a pattern. Here, this simple interest also follows a pattern. Here in the first example, cost of pens also follow some pattern. You must have observed that in nature many things follow certain factors, certain patterns. In nature also, I am listed some examples for you. For example, the petals of a sunflower. If you find somewhere sunflower, look it. Petals of a sunflower also follow some pattern. The holes of a honeycomb, the grains on a maize cob, the spirals on a pineapple. These are very common examples which I found in our nature. If you find any one of things, sunflower, honeycomb, maize cob, pineapple, you must look it. You find some patterns are there. The numbers, I am also writing one more pattern for you. The numbers of unit squares in a squares with sides 1, 2, 3. 1 square is equal to 1. I am using a graph here to represent this pattern. 1 square is equal to 1. So I am taking the 1 centimeter block. 2 square is equal to 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 square is equal to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also a pattern. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. But after solving, I am getting 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4 and 3 square is equal to 9. In above examples, we observe some patterns. They all follow some patterns. These are examples from our nature: sunflower, honeycomb, maize comb, pineapples. These are our examples from our day-to-day life, and this is our pattern. To study such situations in our daily life, we introduce a concept of arithmetic progression, which is our today's topic. Arithmetic progression. In the short form, it can be written in the form A dot P. Okay. To study such situations in our daily life, all these situations belongs to our daily life. We introduce a concept of arithmetic progression. Before dealing with arithmetic progression, first we discuss the concept, sequence, series and progression. Now listen very carefully. Sequence, series and progression. In the junior classes, you already studied about sequence and series. But in the 10th class, you are going to study about progression, and then we go to our concept arithmetic progression. Let's start. I am revising your some previous concept from your junior classes. First of all, sequence. A collection of numbers arranged in some definite orders and formed according to some rules is called a sequence. Again, I am going to repeat. A collection of numbers arranged in some definite order and formed according to some rules. They must follow some rule like this. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. If I going to write next number, that is a 4 square, 5 square, 6 square. Okay. A collection of numbers arranged in some definite order and formed according to some rule is called a sequence. Again, sequence are of three types: finite sequence, infinite sequence, real sequence. Now, first of all, I am discussing finite sequence. Number of terms in the sequence is finite. Number of terms in the sequence is finite. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, dash, dash, it goes on increasing with the difference of 2 up to 256. Here, the terms are finite. That's why this sequence is called a finite sequence. Now, infinite sequence, number of terms in the sequence is infinite. Here I am writing an example: 1 by 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 18, 1 by 54. It goes on increasing, but there is no end limit. That's why it is called a infinite sequence. Now, real sequence. A sequence having all real terms is called a real sequence. Now, in this chapter, I am going to deal with the finite sequence for arithmetic progression. Okay. Let's go to next page. Terms of sequence. Terms of sequence. The different numbers in a sequence are called its terms. We denote the terms by A1, A2, A3, A4 up to, because we are dealing with a finite sequence in arithmetic progression. So A1, A2, A3, A4 dash dash AN. AN is the last term of our sequence. For example, A3 is the third term of the sequence and nth term is called the general term of the sequence and it is written as AN. It is also called the last term of the sequence. A1 is first term. Listen carefully. A1 is first term. A2 is second term. A3 is third term. A4 is fourth term. A5 is next term, A6, A7, so on, and AN is the last term, which is known as the general term of the sequence. Now come to the representation of a sequence. A sequence can be represented in many ways. One of the ways is to write a first few terms of a sequence till we get a certain pattern or rule. In the previous page, I am already taught you what is a sequence. Sequence follows some rules. Sequence follows some rules and patterns. Okay. A sequence can be represented in many ways. One of the ways is to write a first few terms of a sequence till we get a certain pattern or rules. Sequence also always follows some pattern or some rule. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8 is a sequence whose nth term is given by 2n for all natural numbers n. There is another form of writing a sequence is an is equal to 2n plus 5. The sequence is here I am writing 2, 4, 6, 8 in this form. The sequence is also be represented by an is equal to 2n plus 5. I am getting the values of a sequence by putting different values of n. If I put here 1, 2 multiplied by 1 plus 5, I get 7. 7 is my first term. For second term, I am putting n is equal to 2. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So our second term is 9. In this way, I am getting as many terms as I want by putting the values of n in this sequence. Now, I am coming to the progression. The sequence that follows a certain pattern. The sequence that follows a certain pattern is called a progression. The sequence that follows a certain pattern. This is follow a pattern in every next term is made by adding 2 to the previous term. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. This is a pattern. Okay, for example, 1, 3, 5. Every term increased by 2. Now I am writing one more pattern. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. It is also following some rule. Every natural number getting square. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. Following these two are progression. But here I am also writing a one sequence which is not a progression. 1, 2, 4, 8 because this pattern not follows any this sequence not follows any pattern or rule. Okay, so therefore it is not a progression. If they follow some pattern or rule, then it is a progression. Otherwise, it is not a progression. This point proves very helpful in our exercise 5.1. Okay, now come to the name of our unit, arithmetic progression. It's a very important. Just go through the definition. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding terms except the first term. You know preceding term? Preceding term means previous term. The fixed number is called the common difference of an AP arithmetic progression. Common difference is denoted by D. The most important thing about D is it can be negative, positive or 0. The common difference can be positive, negative or 0 for arithmetic progression. In the arithmetic progression, how I am writing my terms, the way is to write a term is A1, A2, A3, A4, dash dash, the last term is AN. This point must be added in your commit to memory session. Okay. A1 means first term, A2 is A plus D because here I am talking about common difference. One difference is added in the previous term. So I am making my second term. If two differences are added, I am making my third term. By adding 3 differences, I am making my fourth term. Goes on up to the nth term. A plus n minus 1D because in the first term there is no difference. Difference is I am going to be add after first term. In the second term 1 difference. In the third term 2 differences. In the fourth term 3 differences. In the same way. If I am going to the nth term, the difference is less than by 1. So, A plus n minus 1D. Here I am going to show about the sequence is in AP or not. How we are going to check Now this is an activity. I am using some colored papers and graph paper to prove our sequence is in AP or not. Look at the sequence. This is my bar graph, this is my graphs, and each is increasing without following any pattern or rule, because the difference between the first two is 1, the next two is 3.6, and the next two is 2. This sequence not follow any pattern or rule. That's why this sequence is not in AP. But in the second part, they follow the difference of 2, 2, 2, 2. I am using 2 centimeter strip first, then I am using 4 centimeter strip, 6 centimeter, 8. Each strip increased by the previous strip by using 2 units. So this sequence is in AP because the common difference is same throughout the sequence. The basic point is that if the common difference is same throughout the sequence is in AP. If the common difference is not same throughout the sequence, therefore the sequence is not in AP. Today I am only introduce this chapter to you. Just go through your introduction part and listen very carefully my video. Only then you are able to do this unit very easily. Okay, thanks. Have a nice day.